Hi friends, how are you all? Hope you're all safe and sound. Last day's class, we discussed how interrogative sentences can be converted to indirect speech. So today's lesson, what we're gonna discuss is how imperative sentences can be reported. Shall we get started? Yes. Okay, now let's discuss imperative sentences. Okay, imperative sentence is comparatively the simplest one among all the four types of sentences. Okay, first of all, let's know what an imperative sentence is. An imperative sentence is a sentence that convey, it can be either a command or an order, it can be a request, it can be an advice or a suggestion. Okay, that's it. Imperative sentences often conveys all these types of, as I told you, command, order, request, advice and suggestion. Okay, so when you convert a sentence from direct to indirect speech, according to the tone of the sentence, the reporting verb can vary. Okay, if it is in the tone of a command, the reporting verb will be commanded. Okay, if it is in the tone of an order, you can use the reporting verb as ordered. If it is in the tone of a request, you can use the reporting verb as requested. Okay, if it is an advice, surely you have to use advised. And if it is a suggestion, you can use suggested. Okay. So that all depends upon the tone of the sentence. Okay, so in the direct speech, you will have said to, and that can be converted to all these four types of reporting verbs according to the tone of the sentence. Okay, that is it. Okay, shall we try? Yes. The general said to them, shoot the prisoner. The first sentence for you. The general said to them, shoot the prisoner. Okay, before going to that sentence, let's have a glance at commanded and ordered. Do you know actually what's the difference between command and order? Command means when a superior police officer or especially a military officer, when he gives an order to his subordinates, it can be called a command. Okay, that is it. A superior military officer or it can be police officer, when he gives an order to his subordinates, it can be considered as command. Okay, that is it. See, this sentence. The general said to them. See, this is a military officer. Okay, so that said to will be converted to, as you know, which one will you choose? That is commanded. As I told you, it's a military officer is giving an order to his subordinate, so that he can choose this command. Okay, so it would come like this. The general said to will change to commanded. The general commanded them. Here comes our next rule. See, this is the sentence in quotations. And often, imperative sentence starts with a verb. See, the sentence here starts with a verb, no? Shoot. Yes. Okay, so as I told you, this is the simplest one. Why, Here, in the case of imperative sentences, you don't need to bother too much about any tense changes at all. And what simply you need to do is to make the verb to infinitive. That is, just add to before the verb. That will do. Okay, so you don't need to think about any tense changes at all in the case of imperative sentence. Instead, what you will do? Just add to before the verb. Okay, that is the next rule. The first rule for us is using the reporting verb said to. Here we changed to commanded, and comes the next rule, that is before the verb you need to use to. Okay, make it to infinitive. That is to shoot the prisoner. Pretty simple, no? Yes. So here we have only two rules. First of all, which reporting verb we need to choose. And the next rule is this: just before the verb, you need to use to. And of course, no need of using any quotation marks at all. That you know, isn't it? Yes. Okay, that is it. So that the answer would come like this: the general commanded them to shoot the prisoner. Okay, come to the next example. The leader said to them, be calm and act patiently. Actually, the sentence sounds like an advice, isn't it? Yes. But I just consider this as an order because, see who is giving this and who is just telling the sentence? The leader. The leader means a superior person, and he is giving an advice to the person who is inferior to them. No, so that I just check it as an order. Okay, so how can you write this? The leader, first rule said to, how to convert it to, as I told you here, ordered. Okay, the leader ordered them. I told you that before the verb you need to use to. That's all. No need of any tense changes at all. So to be calm and act patiently. Okay, very simple, isn't it? Okay, shall we go to the next example? The teacher said to him, please give me a glass of water. The teacher is the subject here, no? The teacher. Okay, teacher, okay, it can be considered as a superior person, but just consider the tone of the sentence. She is just making a request here. Please. This term itself shows that this is a request. So that the teacher requested. Okay, please. This term denotes that the sentence is a request. So the teacher requested. Okay, said to is here converted to requested him. The teacher requested him. As I told you, next what you need to use is to. Okay, we need to use please here. No, you should not repeat it because instead of that we used requested. Requested itself, please, the meaning is there understood here in requested. So no need of using please at all any longer. So to, then come to the verb give. To give me. Okay, me here means who? That is the teacher. Teacher can be a man or a woman. Okay, here so that you can use he or she. You can either choose he or she. Let me write she. To give her a glass of water. Next up, leave the place, said the teacher to the boys. Here it is in the tone of an order, no? So the teacher ordered. Ordered whom? The boys. The boys. Next up, what is, you have to use to before the verb. Okay, that's what we need to do next. So, to leave the place. Okay, leave the place. Very simple. Okay, come to the next example. The commander said to the soldiers, stand at ease. See, commander itself is here. So you know that this is a command. Okay. So how do you write? The commander it cannot use ordered here. So how do you write the commander? Commanded. Once again, we need to repeat this. Okay. Commanded the soldiers. Okay. The soldiers. Next is adding to before the verb. To stand at ease. Okay. So the commander commanded the soldiers to stand at ease. Next one. He said to the magistrate, pardon me. Okay. He said to. See, just consider the sentence. Pardon me means it is a request, no? Not only that, pardon me means he is just making this request. It's actually an earnest request. No? He is requesting the magistrate to save his life. No, pardon me. That in that sense, it can be considered as an earnest request. So that it is 1 degree above request. So that here you can even use he begged instead of requested. Okay, here I choose begged instead of request since it is an earnest request. So will you write? He begged the magistrate to pardon him. Okay, that is it. Next one. She said to him, take your seat, please. This term, please itself, just reveal that the sentence is in the tone of a request. So, how do you write? She, instead of said to, you can use requested. She requested him. Next, what do you need to use? To before the verb. To take your seat. Okay, she said to him. Your means actually, who is that? Him. So that how you write? She requested him to take his seat. We need to use please once again. No, instead of that already we used requested. Okay, so that no more please. So full stop. She requested him to take his seat. Next one. She said to her son, be prudent. Okay, she said to. See, she is giving what actually? Be prudent means it is an advice that she is giving to his son. So that what it is, instead of said, you can use advised. She advised her son to, before the verb, to be prudent. Okay, that's it. Last one. My mother said to me, don't tell lies. Okay, who tells to whom? My mother said to. See, here again, it's an advice. But note that this is a negative sentence. Don't, do not, isn't it? Don't. So that since it is a negative sentence and it starts with the don't, you have to use not to instead of to. All these sentences that we have discussed earlier were positive sentences. But this is a negative sentence and it starts with don't. Whenever you find don't, you have to convert this to not to. Okay, so in all the positive sentences, you have to use to before the verb. But since it is a negative sentence, and if you have don't, when the sentence starts with don't, you must convert this to not to. Okay, that's another rule. Okay, now how will you rearrange the sentence? My mother said to. So as I told you, this is an advice. You have to use the reporting verb as advised. My mother advised me. Here I am not using to but not to. Okay, not to tell lies. Hope all of you have watched my video carefully and benefited from it. Okay, soon we will meet again with the exclamatory sentence. Till then, it's me, Nita, signing.